lived here all my life practically.
Oh, no kidding?
In this area.
Yeah. Tell me of that. Tell me about that. What have you done in your lifetime?
We and my wife started in first grade together and went all through school. And I went in the service in 1945, May 4th,
Okay.
in U.S. Coast Guard. And they trained me for Morse code on radio. And so I was trained on that. I went to Atlantic City for 10 weeks training on the Morse code. And then I was assigned to go to Alameda, California, and then shipped from there down to Pearl Harbor.
Wow.
I was in New York on May the 8th, 45 is when the VE Day. And so I did attend that. And I can't believe there's thousands of people there. And I ran into my old buddy in school.
Yeah.
He was coming back from overseas.
Wow.
Since then, of course, I was with a company, a large company, for 25 years after I got out of service. Froze my retirement. I started my own business of plumbing, heating, electrical, contracting. And I've enjoyed that type of life. And I did retire at age 65, so I'm 93 years old now.
Oh, wow.
Hoping to live a few more years. My mother was 103 when she passed away,
Wow.
so there's a good chance.
You certainly don't look 93.
Back to my service life. I went to Pearl Harbor. That would have been in August of 1945, and I was assigned to the PF-43 USS Orange.
Okay.
And we did patrol the Bay of Pearl Harbor, looking for floating mines. You know, there was a minefield in through there. Our job was to destroy those. It was pretty well cleaned out, and I did see all the destruction and everything in Pearl Harbor, and that was quite a sight to see.
I'll bet.
And then we were assigned to go to Japan, got 2 days out of Pearl Harbor and hit a typhoon and almost upset.
Oh, wow.
So our ship, we had a 310-foot patrol ship, and we took a 57-degree roll. If 3 more degrees, I wouldn't be talking to you today.
Oh, my.
But anyhow, we made it back. We had to go back to Pearl, and we put our ship up in dry dock. And at that time, the BJ day was over, and I would ask if I would want to stay in the service, and I told them that I'd like to go back home. So they did let me out. So on June the 13th of 1946, I got back home. So I was in just a little over a year, but I did have a good experience, wonderful experience with the Coast Guard. It's a great, one of our best, I think.
Yeah.
A lot of people think, you know, the Coast Guard, all they do is run around little boats and all, but we don't.
So what made you decide to go into the Coast Guard?
My brother was in the Army.
Okay.
He was 2 years older, and he didn't like the Army. And I told my mother I didn't want to get in the Army like my brother Bill. So anyhow, he either Navy or Coast Guard. So I signed up to Coast Guard. Glad I did, because my number was coming up to be in the Army, and I didn't want that. So that's the reason.
Oh, that makes sense. So when you were out looking for mines in Hawaii and Pearl Harbor, how many did you find?
We only sunk one that I know of,
Okay.
but there were several that they detected, and then there was other minesweepers that took care of most of those.
Okay.
So that was our job.
So after you learned all that Morse code, did you use that at all when you were active out there in Pearl Harbor, or what was the purpose of the Morse code that you learned?
Our job was just taking the code of detecting any foreign affairs or other ships or anything coming in. So.
All right. What do you think is different about serving our country then and serving our country now?
Well, at that time you respected the service people. Now, you don't find the people, if they're in the service, you don't know whether they are or not. They don't have their uniforms on. And at that time, you were proud to wear your uniform.
So when you were in the Coast Guard, active duty, and away from home, what did you miss most about home?
Missed my girlfriend.
There you go.
She was my girlfriend in sophomore, junior year of high school.
Okay. Nice.
And when I got out of service, she waited for me and we got married.
Good for you. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So we have 3 wonderful kids, 2 boys and a girl, and you couldn't ask for better kids.
Yeah. Oh, that's great. That's great. Well, Dean, I want to say thank you for your service to our country. I certainly
All right.
appreciate it. I agree with you. I think more people this day and age have to have a little more respect for those people that are
Yeah,
making
they
those
need
kinds of
respect
sacrifices.
for the flag and everything.
All right. Well, thank you for your time today, Dean. I certainly
Okay.
appreciate. I enjoyed visiting with you, and thank you very much for your service again.
Okay, thank you very much.
All right.
Good to meet you.
Yeah, nice to meet you.
Okay.